viewers. Good evening. We have Rajgopal ji back with us. Welcome, sir.
Namaskaram, ma. Namaskaram, namaskaram.
Yes. Please go ahead and give your shloka.
This shloka is very, very important because India has won. Narendra Modi has won. Rajnath Singh has won. Amit Shah has won. So it's a winning spree of Indian government. As we speak, madam, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has gone to the forward area of Rajasthan to be with the Indian Air Force persons because it is a victory of Sudarshana Chakra. That is why I am going to chant the mantra Pradibada Shreni Bhishana Varaguna Stoma Bhushana Nigama Dushkarma Karshana Jaya Jaya Sri Sudarsana Jaya Jaya Sri Sudarsana, like that. And moreover, the sloka which I said is of Lord Sudarshana. And I just chant only one mantra, but there are 9 mantras like that. Ugram Veenam Mahavishnum Jalantam Sarvadomugam Narasimha Vishnam Badram Mritim Mritim Namamigam. This type of, the slokas, which are very, very popular for, invoking the God's blessings. Now come to the exact thing. Yesterday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has addressed the nation. He has also given compliments to the Indian Armed Forces. Therefore, it's a full picture. Today morning, he has gone to forward area. What does it think? They want to ensure that all soldiers, Navy, Army, Air Force, they are all very happy and they are kept in good humor. There are politics behind that. As we speak, we can elaborate on that, madam.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was a brilliant message coming from Modi ji, which has shut the mouths of many leaders around the world who wanted to, show India in a negative light. And Modi ji has very clearly said that he will not tolerate any interference, and that if India needs to act, India will decide that, and nobody else needs to poke their nose, is what he said in simple words.
And in the context of his speech, I learned that he himself wrote the speech in Hindi. And in 2 occasions, he said that the Pakistan's blackmailing on nuclear, that has been exposed. Yes. There is no nuclear front, and Russia proposes to join production of lot of things he has mentioned. He also indicated, my understanding, madam, the nuclear bluff has been called off. So we have lot of information. Narendra Modi given impetus not only to the armed forces and also for the 140 crore people. He said, if you remove the chindoor of my sisters and mothers, we will definitely take you forward. And today morning, what happened? In Sofian, 3 terrorists have been killed. The army has been given full authority to strike on their own. The commander-in-chief of many areas, forward areas, have been given special powers to shoot at sight. Therefore, the terrorism. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also mentioned that terrorism and trade cannot go together. Milk and water and bread cannot go together. Water and blood cannot go together. What does it indicate? Importance of Mr. Narendra Modi's speech is that India has won. Nation first. He mentioned it. In short term, it is operational. Sindoor is still in operation. It has not been kept in abeyance. That is the message Mr. Narendra Modi sent. And also given full marks to the Indian Air Force for precision strike. It's all developed, this bramos and also S-400. They were all developed in Bengaluru by HAL and other indigenous factories made in India. That is why Narendra Modi was doubly sure that we could hit this target. He congratulated 4 group, army, scientists, and also the public in general, intelligence agencies. What does it indicate? But for the spot intelligence, it was given by many countries. Not only India could recognize that. He got lot of inputs from America, Russia, Israel, like that. Even UAE gave inputs. our own team for the last 10, 15 years. All the intelligence have been kept in one group that was made use.
Sir, it's very strange, isn't it? We have not, in fact, our armed forces has not done much. Yet, Pakistani forces are terrified now. We didn't move our soldiers across the border. We used very few fighter jets. Naval forces also were used only a little bit. Now, our forces mentioned they used only 5% of our forces, and yet Pakistan has become petrified. And what happens is in international news media, the Pakistani ministers are speaking all sorts of nonsense, and then without giving facts, they are quoting social media as their sources. So they're appearing as jokers.
And the social media is generated from Hindu newspaper and other Indian wire type of newspapers and magazines, because they have representative in India also. They are also not in tune with national security. They are all anti-nationals. One can very proudly say that. That is why government of India has blocked 8,000 websites, because the foreign media, sitting in one place, they concoct stories. That is the reason why all the media houses have been banned. Can you imagine a newspaper like Hindu, which is 110 years old? It is as old as Indian Congress, Rahul Gandhi Congress is. Therefore, both the things, either Rahul Gandhi or communist, or for that matter Hindu newspaper, they all write rubbish nonsense.
Yeah. So, but among these Deshdrohis, apparently the biggest Deshdrohi is none other than Mehbooba Mufti, who seems to have fallen in love with the Pakistani army. Now, what is her mission sitting in this country and, speaking like Bollywood Khans? Now, she says that they are our heroes. Now, this lady should be kept on the next missile and sent to Pakistan, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. Internally, the strife will come. In Jammu Kashmir, which was peaceful, they killed tourists. But Pakistan is killing his Srinagar occupant. Today morning also, they tried to kill Srinagar residents. Therefore, Mehbooba Mufti, and even for that matter, Omar Abdullah is little better. Mehbooba Mufti is totally sold out to our enemy adversary country.
Yeah. So if you look at the forces that are working against us, whether it's USA, Canada, Khalistanis, whether it's Europe or Britain or Turkey, Pakistan, China, the arms lobby, the pharma lobby, all of them want Modi to lose. And this is one of the biggest, forces working against India. Yet, Modi has stood very strong, and he has, without mincing any words, he has said that he knows how to tackle Pakistan, and they cannot threaten him using the nuke, sort of threat.
Madam, more details about Operation Sindoor will emerge over the coming weeks and months about both the targets hit and the losses taken, which are normal part of combat. But some useful conclusions are already in plain. One is Indian Air Force executed effective offensive and defensive operations against a capable adversary while aligning with the strategic objective of managing unwanted escalation. This is what Mr. Aditya Ramanathan has been commenting on in many newspapers. Apart from that, madam, we must take credit that Indian Air Force finished Pakistan's 9 important strategic assets. They put hold in the runway. They did not damage the aircrafts, but they could not take off without repairing the turret. And in the meanwhile, International Monetary Fund has given you, that is Pakistan, huge amount of loan. What will Mr. Prime Minister, the puppet of Indian Army do? They have to repair. They have to clean. They have to ensure that proper runway is made, because from Turkey, from China, the planes cannot land. In such a way, precision, technological importance given to Indian Air Force. That is why we could strike, and Pakistan airports are closed.
Yeah. So in May 18, in 1971, Pakistan received a huge IMF loan just weeks after conducting Operation Searchlight and genocide of Bangladeshi Hindus. Again, in 1999, Pakistan received a huge IMF loan just a few weeks after Kargil War. And in 2025, IMF approved huge loan to Pakistan weeks after Pahalgam terror attack. So many people are calling it the International Mujahideen Fund because they are funding the terrorists. Now, the role of West is to sponsor terrorism, it looks like, against the Hindus. And this should be thoroughly investigated, isn't it, sir?
Correct, correct, absolutely correct. What you said is absolutely correct. International Mujahideen Fund. We have to understand why should the IMF and World Bank give more loan to the Pakistanis? Because they want to run down India. Even just before the press conference, why should Mr. Trump's address? No one takes Trump seriously. He has become an entertainer. He is an international figure of Rahul Gandhi's image, Therefore, my understanding again, after Prime Minister Narendra Modi's speech yesterday, Sindhu's new red lines have been drawn. When LET terrorists struck Kashmir on April 22nd, Pakistan had effectively jumped on in the first rung of a familiar conflict escalation ladder. It did so with implausible deniability of its role, but this time was much more different. And moreover, Mr. Ajay Bisaria, the former Indian High Commissioner of in Pakistan, wrote a long article in the Times of India, which is very thought-provoking. Moreover, all the editorials, at least some 10 newspapers editorials and 10 or 15 international television and national television debates, which I heard, in nutshell, if you say, is a victory for Narendra Modi, nation first, Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Today, when he went to Barmer, he also mentioned, he met a lot of Indian Air Force persons. He said that nation is first. Even at this age of 75, if Mr. Narendra Modi can exhibit his own youth, this severity, why can't other men and women support the hard task undertaken by Mr. Narendra Modi?
Yeah. So it is true because see, the whole nation is standing together with Modi ji. It is only these riffraff people who are like Mehbooba Mufti who are trying to stoke the flames. Now, if you look at Pakistan, sir, it seems that Pakistan has enemies within its border. How many fronts can Pakistan fight on the same time? The Western Front, Tehreek-e-Taliban, Pakistan, TTP has made life difficult. Yesterday, 20 soldiers were killed. On the other hand, Pakistani soldiers are being killed every day in Balochistan. Pakistan is going to the IMF with a begging bowl. And what is the morale of such people? Are they not miserable and restless because they know any day, India can finish them?
We have shown that might. We have completely demolished. Suppose if Pakistan international media will be shown at the places, what will they show? They have terrorist camps. We have finished them. We have not damaged the assets. We have damaged only the runway and the mitti mein mila dunga, that type of the slogans Mr. Narendra Modi gave. He did that very effectively. That is what we could summarize in total, madam. Now,
Yes.
Coming to the Indian politics of it, I have one or two important things. Sharad Pawar is supporting the government, whereas Rahul Gandhi is supporting the government. What is the contradiction in India alliance? DMK is supporting the government, Narendra Modi government. Why? Because the DMK policy has been to be with the center whenever the international aggression takes place, the international war is declared. Even 65 DMK supported, Annadure is supported, Jayalalitha supported, MGR supported, now Stalin is supporting. Now coming to the point, take for instance, why should Congress spokespersons now claim that Trump should have been properly treated back? What happened in 26/11/2008 when Mr. P. Chidambaram was Home Minister, when this Mumbai attack took place? Did they try strike Pakistan? No. 260 persons have been killed. International, citizens have also been killed. So coming to the point, madam, very, very interestingly, A. Krishnaswamy, Chief of the Air Staff, he has written a long book. In one paragraph, he mentioned that Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh did not permit in Indian Air Force to strike Bawalpur, which is the headquarters of Jaske Mohammed and JET. So therefore, we have to wait for a major decision. Earlier, the chiefs of army staff have been having a very headache, including A.K. Anthony, the former defense minister. See, what did he do? 10 years he did not sign any file. Nation was not moving. The entire assets what we created all went to rust, at least RUST, rust. But at least Narendra Modi put them in action. That is why the success.
Yeah. So yesterday there was interesting news coming from from Trump saying that he will since he's trading with Pakistan as well as India, he will stop the trade if ceasefire does not happen. And interestingly, today the breaking news is that India suspends concessions on 7.5 billion worth of US steel and aluminium imports in retaliation to US tariffs on Indian steel and aluminium imports. So what we understand, sir, is that USA needs India more with regards to trade rather than India needing US, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely correct. What you said is right. India will also teach Trump a lesson, though he is but one thing is certain, madam. Trump may say so many things. Trump is a motor-mouth president of United States. It is his last term. This type of jokers cannot be, attaining the office of a highest position in United States of America. But at the same time, Russia has been very kind to you. Russia did not impose any of this type of conditions. What happened? Trump tried to bring Zelensky and Putin together. What happened to that? Nothing. But India, after striking it, we are not against Pakistan. We are not against Muslims, but we are against terrorists. That simple message was conveyed yesterday. But Mr. Trump has failed in bringing Hamas and Israel together, Zelensky, Ukraine and Moscow together. And he says Canada is the 58th state of United States. He has lost his balance. That's what, people, observers are mentioning that matter.
Yes. And so moving on to RBI. Now, apparently RBI is warning banks, NBFCs of potential cyber attacks, and the credible intelligence inputs have been received. The RBI has urged leading banks and non-banking financial companies to remain on high alert amid intelligence reports of potential cyber attacks originating from Pakistan. Such attacks are suspected to be a part of a large campaign of economic disruption targeting India's financial infrastructure, said people with knowledge of the matter. So one thing, sir, is that we are facing attacks from all fronts, not only army, but also from other fronts, because Pakistan has this very dirty way of scheming and working in very devious manners. So your comments on this, sir?
Yeah, we are ready for any attacks, madam. Either cyber attack or anything. Our team, cyber attack team, the advanced team, they are all very ready. They tried to, bring a crisis in the economic front, like that, Edinburgh report. It's also a cyber attack type of, major political attack. Economic issues have been deliberated properly, and they want to create a nuisance in the economic front also by creating this type of, anti-Reserve Bank, anti-Indian problem. Now fake currencies have been introduced. So the financial market is strong. Financial situation is strong. India cannot be threatened by cyber crimes. Reserve Bank of India is the pioneer administrator and also regulator. We are ready to tackle any situation, madam.
Yeah. So meanwhile, all the internal enemies of India are already speaking out. And one of the most prominent in this voice amongst this is none other than Mahesh Bhatt's wife, Alia Bhatt's mother, who says that she would like to shift to Pakistan. Now, this lady, you remember very well, her stepson was the best friend of terrorist David Headley. And this family now are saying very openly that they want to shift to Pakistan. And then, sir, yeah. And also, sir, other attacks are coming from Pakistani celebrities, say, calling Kangana Chipakli, which is a lizard, saying that she deserves, all sorts of nonsense. So what is happening is Pakistan it seems to be, the ISI seem to be losing. Why are they using celebrities, from both sides, whether it's Bollywood or from their side, to defend themselves? Do they want women to protect them?
Yes, yes, you asked a very pertinent question, because Indian film industry, tinsel word, most of them, that is why Mr. Yogi Adityanath has shifted the base of Bollywood to Lucknow and also to Noida, Jewar Airport, near that. So therefore, it's a political question. We have to be very, 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 very important, aspects. You talked about Alias Bhatt's mother. What about three Khans? Why should the Amir Khan say go and stay in Turkey? These things will come out. And why should Indigo fly operate between Turkey and Delhi, Istanbul, Azerbaijan? The tourist spots should also be banned, And moreover, effectively, I tell you, madam, after yesterday's speech of Narendra Modi, that is a Sunday speech, and Monday visit of Narendra Modi to forward area, given a shock treatment to the three Khans and also the Bollywood in Mumbai. Things are not that good. They have to alert themselves. Shiv Sena, Eknath Shinde said that Turkey Airlines, or for that matter, Chinese Airlines, should not be touching down in Mumbai. What does it mean? It's all public or upset with Turkey and also Azerbaijan for their support to Pakistan.
So another very shocking news for Pakistan is that India has used the BrahMos, the power of the BrahMos. They have hit hard at the nukes at Kirana Hills, and which is Pakistan's nuke storage facility. Now, after US Department of Energy aircraft monitoring radiation level, a plane from Egypt number EGY 1916 landed in Rawalpindi carrying emergency shipment of boron. As we all know, boron is used to damp radioactive radiations and is found in abundance in Nile Delta. Now, Egypt got a call from the US, after which Egypt confirmed with Dr. Jaishankar, that yes, they were sent to Rawalpindi with boron used to absorb radiation. Now, Pakistan actually has a radiation spill after Bharatiya Army strikes at Noor Khan base and Kirana Hills, and that seems the power of Bharat's BrahMos.
Yes, yes. Brahma, the BrahMos has hit properly. Yes, 400 also hit properly. We must thank Abdul Kalam and Prahlad Rao, who is the project director of the Akash Deep. That's why the precision. They did not miss even an inch, madam. The Rawalpindi airport, other Salgoda, everyone like a pin of, they pinned it. We have to be very, very careful. And you just now read out how international support is somehow gaining for Pakistan. We are very, very alert. We have to be careful, doubly careful, madam.
Yes. So moving on to your scoops, do tell us what you have.
My very, very important scoop is that Mr. Narendra Modi is going to announce a major relief for Indian armed forces. They are going to get double the salary. That some package is being worked out. Prime Minister wants to give across the board. All 16 lakh employees of Indian Army are going to be given a double of salary. Thanks to Mr. Narendra Modi, India has won. Thanks to IAF, Navy, Army, we won. And we must salute them. Bharat Mata ki Jai, Jai Hind.
Yes, absolutely. Our hearts go out to our army and Modi ji, who protect us from all these kinds of attacks, and also to make, in order to, sort of weaken Pakistani forces, and how, they seem to be running here and there for help. But in the midst of this, China also seems rather confused with Pakistan's, love for America.
What to do? That's a triangle love. We cannot escape from that,
with this, we end the session. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Very
Good
interesting
night.
session. We had a nice
Yeah.
debate.
Yeah. Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.